My Big Fat Diet Book by Richard Mason, Chapter 11. To sum it all up. So you have made it all through the other 10 chapters. Well done. This has been my life. This has been my life and relationship with food. As you heard, many ups and downs, and I'm here in my 40s, still here to tell the tale. If this audiobook podcast helps just one person, I will feel like I have succeeded. I started writing it as an actual book to print in 2017. I did actually print a few copies off to show family and friends, but I never felt like I had fully finished it. So here I am 7 years later to give it a final review. As you heard, it's not been a perfect life/journey, but I am still here. I think I have covered as much as I can in this audiobook. In this final chapter, I'm going to talk about emotions and weight and tips for weight loss. Looking back, I can't believe I used to starve myself for auditions and other occasions. Looking back, I can't believe I used to overeat a dozen bags of crisps a day. I can't believe I used to eat so much. So much I made myself poorly. I'm also shocked at the fact I took slimming pills and used diet shakes and other stupid quick fixes for weight loss. But you live and learn. One thing I have learned, there is no quick fix. There is no diet pill or shake that will make you stick thin overnight. You may be listening to this and thinking, I'm happy being overweight. I'm happy being me. If you are, then good for you. I was never happy with being oversized. That's why I work so hard to change it. I hope no one has found any of this audiobook upsetting or offensive. Somebody somewhere possibly has. It was not what I set out to do. I wanted to tell my story with a bit of humour. I wanted to get my point across about my experiences with weight loss, weight gains, emotions and weight. I truly believe that emotions are linked to weight in a big way. Weight loss and weight gain, it all depends on the person. Some people eat when they're sad. Some people eat when they're happy. Some people eat when they're scared, bored, lonely. For me, it was when I was sad or bored. Food is a comfort. I think eating sets off some sort of feel-good factor in your brain that blocks out anything negative and anything you're sad about, even if it is just for a few seconds. It's like a drug really, but the feeling is a temporary high. It does not last long, does it? And as the weight piles on, you feel even worse about yourself. And it's like you lose control. That's what happened to me as I got bigger and bigger. You just don't care. Being bigger becomes a way of life and you accept it. You just accept that you are bigger and that's how you're going to be. That's how you have to live your life. There may be times along the way when you do some mad diet or you do something to lose a few pounds, but if you do not change for life, it will just come back on again. You need to find this change of life to get anywhere with your weight. Body image. As I mentioned briefly earlier on in this audiobook, celebrities and the media put so much pressure on everyone to look their best these days. It's easy to get stuck in a pattern of unhealthy regimes just to be slim. Nobody should have to starve to be slim, and I'm living proof of that. As I sit here now, back at my 5-stone target, I feel really good, and I'm eating plenty. Some of the meals are so fulfilling. I'm not hungry for the rest of the day. I know, hand on heart, I eat plenty, great big meals. Some nights, snacks and treats, and I can maintain around the weight I am now, because it's the right foods I'm eating. I never knew you could do this until I started this healthier plan 7 years ago. Things about weight gain and weight loss I've learned the hard way. Eat plenty and often of the right low-fat foods. Eat plenty and often of the right foods. Drink plenty of water. Get some exercise. You don't have to run a marathon a day, just get a bit of exercise. Enjoy life. If you fancy a night out, eating whatever rubbish you used to eat, then have a night off. It's just one night. But the next day, get back on track. You can start again. The Slimming Group consultant once said to the group, she said, if you had a vase of flowers and one died, Would you throw the whole bunch of flowers out? No. You just take the one flower out and keep the rest. So it's like if you get a bad day, just carry on. You don't give up just because of one bad day. Never feel guilty for eating anything, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, but just know your limits. Life is for living. Do not feel rushed into losing 2 stone overnight. It's never gonna happen. It may take you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, maybe longer. But what have you got to lose? Only the weight. And if you weren't doing a healthier lifestyle plan, what would you be doing? Still eating the wrong foods. And that takes effort as well. As I mentioned before, I had to go out every day and buy multi-packs of crisps, biscuits and bread, where now I go out and buy the healthier foods. There is the odd day where I do think about the 10 to 12 plus bags of crisps I had a day, and the half a bread loaf or more that I had a day. But you know, there are other things better for you that taste just as good. And after over 30 years of crisp binges, I think I've had my fair share of crisps, and I don't miss them one bit really. Even if I was never to have another bag again, I think I've had my fair share of crisps. So my advice for anyone wanting to downsize, shift the weight, get rid of the timber, wave goodbye to the bingo wings, do it for you, no one else. In the past, I've always had a reason to be slim, to be thin, to diet, to lose weight. There was always some audition, some tryout for a band, something I'd lost weight for. Now, this time, for the past 7 years onwards, I've done it for me, nobody else. I hope you find some of this information, if not all of it, really useful. I hope you can learn from it. I've been very open and very honest. I've been writing this book on and off for 7 years, and to put it into an audiobook podcast and then share it with friends, family and Slimming Group members is a big thing for me. It's very personal, and it's letting everybody know your story and what I've done in the past. But I'm at a point now where I'm ready to share it. Try and make losing weight a bit of fun if you can. I was lucky enough to do the Slimming Group early on with a friend of mine, and then her friend joined. We would come back to mine after the weigh-in and have some healthy foods. We'd also have a laugh. I'd try on some of my old huge clothes, and we'd put stuff on my scales to match what we'd lost. We once stacked a DVD case, plus a tray with tins, bags of sugar, rice, etc., to match the weight I had lost. All this keeps you driving forward to lose more. Some tips for successful weight loss. Accept the fact you need to change. Change everything about your diet, exercise regime, make a plan, whether it's to join a gym, join a slimming group, or following some other plan. Plan everything out. How are you going to do it? How long is it going to take you? Try and set a timeline for when you want to achieve your ideal weight. And just go for it, hour by hour, day by day to start with. Think of it as a life change rather than some quick fix that is going to get you thin. Be prepared to swap bad foods for good foods, but come up with your own healthy version of the bad foods. Food swapping. Keep going. Dig in, as my dad used to say. If you stick to a plan for a week or so and you haven't lost anything, keep going. The body is a weird and wonderful thing, which may take time to adjust to what you're doing. As I've mentioned before, I've had weeks where I've been on plan 100% and done hours and hours of exercise that week just to lose half a pound or stay the same. And I felt cheated, but the following week I got an almighty great loss. Keep focused. Think of the bigger picture. Stick a thin picture of yourself on the fridge or on the wardrobe or somewhere in your home. It will motivate you. Buy yourself some new clothes that don't quite fit yet, and then you can get into them when you've lost weight. Keep in stock more healthy foods than any bad foods to snack on. This way you won't be helping yourself to the bad foods. In fact, keep those to a minimum. When you lose weight, treat yourself to something. Have treat days. Have a day where you allow yourself anything. Go out for meals now and again and eat anything you like, but yet again, get back on your plan the next day. Make it fun. You're more likely to succeed if you do this with a friend who wants to be healthier or lose weight. Start a new healthy you with a friend. It could be fun. If you really do want to be slim and healthy, you will put in the hard work and you will do it for you. Sometimes I think I've had it quite easy. I live alone, so whatever is in my cupboards is what I've bought. I don't share a house with several other people where there's going to be temptations. So I think this is one of the strong points for me, that whatever is in my cupboards, fridge, is what I've put there, and I know I put healthy food there. So you may need to get others to help you. If they have unhealthy treats, maybe they could put them somewhere out of your sight, out of your reach. For anyone listening to this audiobook podcast, you can do it. I never thought I'd be able to do this, and I have. It's not easy, and you may struggle along the way, but if you want it so bad, you can do it. I'm living proof. 5 stone gone. Never give up. So this is the final chapter now. Who knows? Maybe I will slip again, put a couple of stone back on. I might put it all back on. But I'd like to think I've learned enough to never be at that place again, 5 stone heavier than I am now. To sum it up, what I have learned: if you want to lose weight, do it for you, no one else. Not for a wedding, not for an audition, not for a relationship. Just do it for you. You can easily change things. You can do it for you. Thank you for listening. This isn't the last in this audiobook podcast. The next chapters are going to carry on as podcast interviews, speaking to other people who have struggled with their weight, chewing the fat. The first episode is coming soon. Please like and subscribe whether you're listening on YouTube or listening on Spotify. Please give the channel a rating and follow us. It will be much appreciated. Thank you. So that's all for now. My Big Fat Diet book, end of chapter 11, Richard Mason, 2024.